Ngoba seshilo-ke ubrother Mthethwa ukuthi isikhathi sama-Q&A lesi and besechazile-ke wanikeza abantu ukuthi obani abazothatha ama-questions. Mina bazana ngizobe leader i-Q&A namhlanje. Amen. Mina ngizobe ngibabuza imibuzo. But sizoyihlukanisa kabili i-Q&A yanamhlanje. So qala nje interview encane sithi ukuthola i-update ukuthi kwenzakalani nge-RCM kanjani update ka baba uPhidinqo. Amen. Then emva kwalokho sithathe ama-Q&A after lezi zinto ezimbili. Amen. So izona zinto ezimbili ezesizozenza. But benzela sibhala namehlo before sithatha ama-questions. Baba wethu ongcwele, uNkulunkulu wethu olungileyo, uNkulunkulu wethu ophakeme, siyabonga nini amandla onke ukusisiza uqala uNkulunkulu wethu ongcwele i-conference ngolesihlanu kuze kube manje nini amandla onke. Siyabonga Nkosi yamakhosi ukuthi usigcinile, wasivikela nini amandla onke, wasifundisa nini amandla onke okuningi uNkulunkulu wethu ongcwele. Baba wethu namandla siyathandaza Nkosi uJesu ukuthi usize ukuthi konke sikufundile nini amandla onke sigcine inhlizweni zethu bese siyahamba sokupractice uNkulunkulu wethu namandla sikukhazulise wena nje uNkulunkulu. Ngalesi sikhathi ke mdalo wezulu nomhlaba siyathandaza Nkosi ukuthi usize inceku zakho sisazophendula izwi lakho uNkulunkulu wethu namandla. Siyathandaza Nkosi ubakhumbuze uNkulunkulu wethu namandla konke usho izwi lakho. Konke lokhu sicela egameni lika Jesu Kristu waseNazaretha. Amen. Inama-questions awu-5 nje kuphela and bengifisa ukwa-director ngqo ku-brother ngqo. Ngiyaqinisa niyothatha Shumayela ukubuza. Umbuzo uqala uthi yini i-RCM noma i-RCM imayelana nani nokuthi uchaza ukuthini ukuthi we are reformed.
RCM it's a reformed Christian movement ngaphelele. I-movement le foundwa yithi ama-brothers uNkulunkulu kodwa efoundela yona through us to preach i-gospel. But ekuqaleni kwayo i-RCM iqale because bekunama-brothers athize asema-universities abekade eshumayela ema-res. So mayiqala kushumayela ema-res wonke umuntu la ekhona eshumayela eqhuba ivangeli. Kwaze kwafika ngelinye ilanga la khona sakwazi ukuhlangana sonke wawuspeaker ngalelo langa sise Solid Rock sikumemile speaker khona umfowethu Cedric. And that day we sat down with the brothers and said, why not singavelani siformalizeni sihlanganise nama-fellowships wonke and make a conference lapho. I think we oyodwa i-fellowship yayikhona, it was Kingswood then because it's the oldest ma-fellowships yase-Pine Town e-Edgewood. Kwakusekhona yona sasihlangana khona shumayele khona ivangeli. So clear into RCM ukuhambisa i-reformed theology kubantu abamnyama. I-reformed theology iqiniso elivalele embhalweni kaNkulunkulu. Lento ethi we are reformed as ngithema ngiqala ngisakhuluma indaba kaMartin Luther. uMartin Luther wayezama ukureforma ibandla laseRome, and Martin Luther is our chief reformer. Is a guy that we look up to ngoba wabe nesibindi sokuzama ukureforma ibandla laseRome because of i-corruption eningi ke kade introduce kulelo bandla. Izinto eziningi ezazingalungile zayifundiswa khona zingekho ngokwezwi kaNkulunkulu. So to be reformed is to say we are trying to reform the church, more especially the reformer through us by planting more churches asound akushumayela izwi kaNkulunkulu ngeqiniso. Yeah, that's us.
Thank you. Umbuzo nje engathi ubalulekile ukuthi mangapha ama-fellowships akhona kwi-RCM or under RCM and nihleleke nawo ama-fellowships.
Well, ama-fellowships akhona You mean universities or outside? Outside. Excluding universities. We have a fellowship at PMB, La Emmarisburg. We have a fellowship at Waterloo, eThekwini, and we have another church. There's a church Scottsburg, Emandawa. It's a very beautiful church. So it's a very beautiful church. uNkulunkulu wasihambela khona ngokuthi njalo kwafika abafundisi aba-unfaithful, so abantu abalakha ibandla bengathandi ukuhlala nabo abafundisi till they appointed our brother Cedric as the pastor to the church, and they wanted ukuthi RCM ibe ibhilde elders kube yona engama-elders, which means the church is now under RCM, but igama lalo lona libizwa Rock of Ages. Yes, it's Rock of Ages. So now we have a new home at Scottsburg.
Amen.
So now two fellowships now for future purposes.
Well, it's to formalize them, because uNkulunkulu knows nothing as fellowships. We used to stand for that in Soldier. Esikhathini esiningi when some people say, you guys are harsh, allow abantu besifazane bashumayele lapha ema-rest. That's not a church. No, ayikho into enjalo. uNkulunkulu akayazi fellowship. Where there is singing, praise, reading of the word, that's church. And wonke ama-rules apply, but they must apply. So yeah, we're planning to formalize them with proper elders and proper leadership. Yes, we want them to put abamabandla because they can't go on as fellowship ever.
Okay, maybe wasitshela ukuthi amaphi lawo ma-elders kulawo mabandla o-3.
Oh yes, eMandawa we have eMandawa Scottsburg. We have brother Cedric as the teaching elder, which means as a pastor. Together with brother Tabani Mthetho and brother Ungam, which they are elders in Mandawa, and we have a PMD Sonjo, Mina, no Sizwe for Azuma, then no Shenge, then we have a Waterloo, yourself, no Foga Choba, no Mangweni, Kanye, no Fotu Unzimani. Yeah. So those are elders in these different churches.
Yes, ngicela usitshele nje ama-platforms asetshenziswa RCM for communication no reach out in the gospel.
Ey'nkundleni zokuxhumana sisebenzisa iy'nkundla ezintathu ngikhumbula kahle. Ngiyacabanga ukuthi wonke umuntu aware of i-WhatsApp group. Nama-members amaningi impela agijimela ku-126. There is i-Facebook page as well, i-RCM, and thirdly sine-YouTube channel. Lasifaka khona ama-sermons. Now wonke lawa athathiwe nje manje uzowafica khona, sizowa-uploada. Now ama-conferences adlule uma ukuthi you want to catch up into what did we talk about, you can find ama-videos there on those on the channel. But I think into mhlawumbe ebaluleke kakhulu nazo zonke ukuthi i-aim yawo wonke ama-platforms esiwasebenzisayo is to further the gospel. That's the main aim. We want to see WhatsApp flourish with ama-conversations are useful. Ama-conversations azomakholisa abazalwane, abazalwane bakwazi uku-interact through that, bashare izwi through that, bakwazi ukubuza ama-questions, ama-brothers bakwazi ukuphendula. I-page lethu la-Facebook also siplan ukuthi nawo likwazi ukuthi lenze umsebenzi onjalo as well as i-YouTube channel yethu. Yeah, I think izinto ey'baluleke kakhulu kulokho ukuthi mhlawumbe i-support singayidingi kubazalwane ukuthi ba-subscribe kuma-channel yethu ya-YouTube, so that they get updated on ama-videos also to go on Facebook, but like a page, so that also they can be updated on the far on the page. Yeah, and also I think WhatsApp to just try and be very, very non-chaotic. Sometimes they excited. Excited, limited, so that abazali bengazukweqwa izinto ezibalulekile ezikhona izinto eziningi ezingabalulekile. Yeah.
Okay. Cela usitshele abantu nge-website.
Oh, yes. Abanye bazokhumbula ukuthi ngiyabofile besinayo i-website. During the time singayona i-RCM, besiyama-young performers. Basho ukuthi-ke abantu bethu basebazweni nje abangakami. So lashintsha igama, kodwa ekushintsheni kwegama washo ukuthi i-website yona ayishintshanga igama. And also bekunzima ukuthi umuntu a-access i-website. But besikade sifaka khona ama-articles siwabhalile and then ngaba nje amaningi ababhaliwe umfethu uCedric. Umfethu amanye abhalwe abanye abafowethu lana Nqobile, ngaphansi khona umfethu obhaliwe Nqobile Nzimane, nayo khona into ayakade ibhalile. Sasikade futhi si-uploadile khona sazama uku-upload a statement of faith, washo ukuthi very technologically prepared lapho. But into esibonile-ke ukuthi mhlawumbe izosiza ukuthi sibe ne-official website, i-website ezoba lula ukuyi-accessa, ozokwazi ukuthi umseshe ku-Facebook ikuyise straight to the website, ezokwazi ukuthi uma khona ama-articles abhaliwe angagcina ukuthi asende ku-WhatsApp kuphela, bakwazi ukushare on the website. Abantu bakwazi uku-access i-statement of faith sethu, babone ukuthi what do we believe, and mhlawumbe bakwazi even to share with abanye abantu who are outside, and bakwazi uku-accessa maybe even South Africa yonke if uNkulunkulu esibheke sikwazi ukufika.
Pastor mfowethu ngize kuwe. Besacela usichazele kabanzi malana okwenzeka ku-Facebook nobaba uPhiphi Ncoko ukuthi kwenzakalani nokuthi umuphi umphumela wazo uze kube manje. But ama-brothers angasiza.
Yeah, we can ask to ubaba. Into esingayisho ukuthi kusuke kwenzeka into abantu abaningi kade bengekho aware of. I think hence we are reformers. We are introducing the gospel ngendlela efanele ngabe introduce ngayo. I think it is John Calvin owathi every shepherd needs to have two voices, a voice to gather the flock, and another one to scatter the wolves. And le enye yokuxosha impisi abazalwane they were not familiar with. As a result, we had a confusion even amongst the RCM itself, because abantu abaningi ama-responses wabo were si rude, sihloniphe kodwa asikho submissive, and umbuzo owalokhe ukhona enhliziyweni yami ukuthi how do you communicate iqiniso using euphemism? You cannot awukwazi ukuhloniphisa noma umbhathisa iqiniso, because in that way lizogcina seliyibanga. So the post that was made ibiza yena ubaba uPhidi ngokuthi we anti-Christ and we impeace, yaprovoka abantu abaningi, even these great guys as the abantu laba abanamagama amakhulu in South African Christianity, they did respond nabo, they did try to communicate with us, and abanye besixwayisa, abanye besikhuza, abanye besisabisa obviously ukuthi touch not the anointed one, and what's not. it was really into sasi-expectile. I think it was even more than into sasi-expected. Seeing inhlamba kubantu ababesibiza ngokuthi bangabazalwane kwakuyinto ekade painful kakhulu to us, and kuyinto kade confuse abazalwane because njengoba ngishilo sibe understand the part yokurebuka isona. And it is every Christian responsibility to defend iqiniso. And indlela yokudefenda ngayo iqiniso vele ukuthi expose amanga. So abantu ukuze bazi ukuthi ayini amanga fanele bazi ukuthi yini iqiniso. Lokho bengayona duty yomuntu oyedwa noma umuntu ozibiza ngokuthi umfundisi naye, but wonke umzalwane unalo responsibility there. Whether we rebuke privately noma rebuke publicly, but you must expose ukuduza kwabantu ukuze abantu basizakale. And why saya public nalento was one of our questions I had on, was why do you guys went public nalento ngeke yenze nizame ukumfonela mhlambe eceleni this guy is a man of God. Akulula ukufika kuyena, akulula ukuxhumana naye, ukuxhumana nama PA akhe. I responded to any form of communication and I said needed again. But okukakhulu ukuthi i-era yakhe was public, so i-rebuke yakhe akufanele ibe private, because lezi zinto lezi nentshumayelo zakhe sasikhuluma ngazo, intshumayelo okwaziyo ukuzi-accessa ku-YouTube, intshumayelo abantu abazaziyo, wayenza lento publicly, so ne-rebuke yakhe fanele ibe public. And if esibiza ngokuthi elder fanele azi ukuthi iBhayibheli concerning ama-elder lithi i-elder fanele rebuke phambi kwabantu bonke ukuze abantu benze njani basaba. And since singamregadi as our brother, that was one of the reasons why we went public, because we cannot treat a non-believer as one of our believers. So a confusion ibilapho ukuthi abantu benga-understand ukuthi why are we doing that. It's in the most attack and or of course a response thereafter. The turnout was pretty good. It was motivating. Ukwazi ukuthi abantu baqala ukumfaka under the microscope, baqala nabo ukumassessa, and nabo bazitholela ngokwabo ukuthi sasiqinisile the guy is really a wolf in sheep's clothing, and abanye babo basizakele out of that church. And yeah, it's really encouraging ukubona lokho kwenza.
Kathi kwanele lo ngama update. Sesiza kuma question ke manje aphuma kuba zalwane. Question yokuqala ithi kule ndawo ethi izimvu azikwazi ukunakekela umelusi. Ngicela ukuchazela ngoTimotheo wokuqala chapter 5 verse 17.
Oh, I think Timothy chapter 5 verse 17 is the one. Ukuthi aba-faithful ba deserve double honor, right? Ukuthi bafanele ukuhlonishwa ukuphindiwe aba-faithful. Hence I said abazalwane bane responsibility. In even one of my outlines I even mentioned that ukuthi abazalwane bane responsibility to honor as well as to love and look for our needs of umuntu osukweshumayela kuwo. But they are not bound to do that. It's not ukuthi we church context abazalwane fanele bazofida i-elder, but it's the other way around. It's the other way around. You see Paul addressa kahle leyo nto ku 1 Corinthians 9 lapho lokhuluma khona ngelungelo analo as umpostoli. Uyaveza ukuthi naye unelungelo lokuthi athathe wesifazane beloBarnaba njengabo bonke abanye abapostoli benza, akhulume ukuthi ba-investile kubazalwane izinto ezi-spiritual, athi kodwa bekwalana ukuthi abazalwane babanike izinto ezi-material. But there is something very important I shall point. Ukuze ngingabi isithiyo evangelini, I forsake my right. Okushuthi uPaul understand lento ukuthi akufanele ube spiritual leader ugcina usuwenza ukuthi ufile kubazalwane as though uyiburden. So wathi Paul in as much as nginayo i-right yokuzicelela lezi zinto, but ukuze ngingabi stumbling block to the gospel, I'd rather starve kunokuthi ngihambe ngifuna ukudla kubazalwane bese ngithiva ngini. So we have to caution lapho that I see extremes where we think ukuthi we responsibility yethu ukuthi umfundisi driver yiphi imoto umfundisi nonjani zonke lezo zinto. I think that you can do that ma ubuzwe ngathi uyakuthanda ukuthenga imoto nokwenza yonke into ongayenza, but akuyona irole yomfundisi ukuyatshela ibandla ukuthi ngicela imoto ucela imoto entsha kanjalo. We don't see into enjalo ebandleni, but to those who are faithful, they deserve double honor. They need to be honored. That's what the verse says actually. It doesn't talk even about ukunikeza izinto ezithile. It just talks about honor. You should honor. Honor is a honor is not equivalent to ukunika umuntu imali. You may honor umuntu without ukunika imali or ukumnakekela.
Siyabonga. Umbuzo wesibili ulapho futhi leadership. Uthi if the leader ekholayo ingahambisi ngokwezwi, ungabe njengomzalwane ekhaya unalo yini ilungelo lokumfuza?
Of course you do, with a good approach, you know. Yeah, of course you can approach right. For an example, we always make an example of Prisca and Aquila, where we see ukuthi umuntu wesifazane was involved where the correct on Apollos, where the Shumaila and Papatiso John. There was never a restriction to say only males or females can do that, because the Bible lead to Prisca and Aquila, a couple. Bambiza, Apollo, explaining ukuthi Shumaila and Johan, there is someone who's a female for Johan, them said. So I think they can do that respectfully. Ungambuza umuntu ngendlela ezopromote ukuthi azijustify. Like ukuthi mfundiso wrong, now somphoqa ukuthi afuna ukutshela ukuthi right. But there are always good ways of ukubeka izinto. I think you can.
Cedric, can you please elaborate more about offering? Sekuchaze kabanzi ngani offering noma ngomnikelo.
Okay. Umnikelo. Because I'm not sure, but the question is based on the passage.
Or you get some
I think umnikelo in general, the offering is one of izinto uNkulunkulu as expected ukuthi zenziwe corporate worship. Though ayikho into esinikeza a full description ukuthi is it something compulsory or not, but into esiyaziyo lapha ukuthi uPaul umekhuluma ngawo wayekhuluma ngawo in context ukuthi bekufanele siyosiza elinye ibandla abazalwane base I think it was Macedonia. That was a poor church, very poor church, by the way. But you have a father and so with Banigana, Mongamandla Abo, and as that's in your father, with Nongapezu, Mandla Ab. So Unigelo is instructed by Belin, with Sabazalwan, Banigel, Manigela Katsako, Manigela, Nangas in Joggers material, Manigala energy up, Manigala Nanoma Ingani. As long as we use ekhonzeni wabazalwane and umnikelo wakuyona ephoqwayo lethi iBhayibheli ngokube njengalokho umuntu ayikhethele yena enhlizweni yakhe. Though we do encourage abazalwane ukuthi bayijwayele inkonzo yokunikela because isiza abanye abazalwane. Usho njalo Paul ukuthi ayiqedi ukuswela kuphela but ivamisa ukubonga abazalwane labo abasuke benikeliwe nabo bakwazi ukubonga badumise uNkulunkulu ngenxa yokuthi uNkulunkulu usebenze ngawe ukuze bona babe khona utho abalitholayo. And umnikelo is not into edirectwe umfundisi noma ebandleni nje kuphela njengoba hlezi noma sakhuliswa kanjalo, but umnikelo it's umakhelwane wakho, umuntu ohlala naye, umuntu oseduze nawe, ilabo bantu labo kufanele ngempela qala ubanike uspend isikhathi nabo ubanake ubanikele ungasuki indoda egoli man of God and usukwazi unikela 1000 kuyona but umakhelwane wakho uyamazi ukuthi vele ngahlile and awukaze wayehlupha ngayo ukunikela komzimba iBhayibheli likushilo sinikele ngomzimba ukuze kube ukukhonza kwethu kokuqonda yini indaba sinikela ngomzimba because umzimba is the instrument of the worship noma into esisebenzisayo to express our worship to God so nayo fanele ibe holy nayo uNkulunkulu fanele ayingcwelise ayisanctify yeah that is why Apostle Paul we need to offer our bodies as a living sacrifice
no umbuzo related nendaba omlilo kodwa uniphathele leshumi uthi ngabe kubalekile yini ukukhipha okweshumi noma icala yini ukukhipha okweshumi
well ama-tithes okweshumi okweshumi kwakuyintela ka-Israel just to put it more bluntly nje kwakuyintela ka-Israel because ugovernment wakwa-Israel kwakwama-Levite so okweshumi was directed to ama-Levite ukuze ama-Levite akwazi nawo ukuzinakekela so as nathi sikhokha intela ukuze ugovernment akwazi ukusetha izinto ezweni esiphila kulo so as abantwana bakwa-Israel kufana nokuthi kwakuyi-tax yakwa-Israel okweshumi it is not commanded ukuthi umzalwane anikele okweshumi njengoba sengivezile ukuthi uPaul uyaveza ukuthi makube njengalokho umuntu ayikhethela yena enhlizweni but okweshumi awuzikhethela enhlizweni because bakutshenile ukuthi okweshumi angithi so okweshumi nemnikelo kwakuyizinto eziwu-2 ezahlukene and if ufunda i-context yaMalachi because justify okweshumi ngaleyo context leyo ukuthi uMalachi uyayicommand ukuthi abantu mabalethe okweshumi uNkulunkulu laphana ukhuluma nabantu bakhe ukuthi ngiphanga abantu bami kubani abantu bakaNkulunkulu Israel and ukhuluma ngokweshumi not okwemali but okweshumi lokho oyidenile in the book of Deuteronomy ukuthi fanele yonke izitshalo nani ama first fruits bawayise endlini kaNkulunkulu encane which was amabhani ingqolobane zikaNkulunkulu following interpretation yama-charismatics amaningi regarding okweshumi bathi indlu kaNkulunkulu yengcebo isonto it's not isonto it was actually ingqolobane amabhanyadi la okwagcinwa khona ama-treasures noma okwagcinwa khona izivuno abantu ababezivunile into-ke futhi yayitholakala kakhulu ethempelini likaNkulunkulu so ukuze abantu bakhiphe okweshumi futhi kudingeka ukuthi kube khona abapristi abantu ababesuka esizweni sikaLevi endlini ka-Aaron abekho abapristi esikhuluma nje abekho abantu abasuka esizweni samaLevi asazi mina ngisuka esizweni samaNguni endlini yabantu alani akusiyi then kube khona fanele kube khona izwe lesithembiso because uNkulunkulu batshena lento besaya khona ezweni lesithembiso ukuthi this is what into ezofike niyenze mase nifike khona uLevi akanasabelo as a result nina nonke you are obliged ukuthi ni contribute towards well-being kaLevi because uyena owayephethe umphongolo kaNkulunkulu and number 3 fanele kube khona ithempeli kaNkulunkulu sikhuluma nje nawe yakwa-Israel alikho ithempeli kaNkulunkulu ladilika ngo-70 AD yes so fanele ukhipha okweshumi no but can you decide when ukhipha u10% we-salary yakho yes ungawukhipha u10% we-salary yakho in fact ungakhipha ngisho 100% we-salary yakho because fanele unikele ngongangamandla akho futhi uzunikele nongaphezulu kwamandla akho and umnikelo womuntu enikele ethokoza uNkulunkulu uyathokoza futhi ngayo so iBhayibheli nje libekwa caca ukuthi umnikelo usikhethele enhlizweni so if mina decide ukuthi kwi-salary yami noma emalini engiyitholayo noma kuyona yonke into enginayo ngizokhipha u10% wayo ngizidecide mina not ukuthi into engizoyithatha from uma uthaka Israel no it's a decision yami I can even decide ukhipha u20% I can even decide ukhipha u50% I can set aside imali every month ukuthi njalo ngenyanga this is the amount imali engifuna ukuyinikela noma ukuyicontribute towards umsebenzi kaNkulunkulu and that is a good practice and the practice esingayigqugquzela kubazalwane ukuthi siyacela yenzeni emabandleni la enikhonza khona you'll see uNkulunkulu nani uzokhambela kakhulu wamhambela ubalo Corneliyo nawe ungakhambela
When mama sekuzokwazi ukunikela abathandekayo ngoba bazalwane abaningi mhlawumbe eqondile ukuthi vela siphoqelekile ukuthi sikhokhe kuba nale practice unhealthy because there's no engqondweni yakho ukuthi there's no ukuthi I have to keep le mali. They go to the extreme of not giving at all, which is equally wrong. And I would encourage you, especially abazalwane abazoqala ukusebenza noma sebesebenza ukuthi bayijwayeze ukuthi usethe an amount before uqala uthole isalary, because if uzoqala wenza izidingo zakho wakhe you probably imali izophela. So omunye umzalwane wami advisor ngakakwenzi kodwa it's a helpful practice ukuthi mangabe at least do stop order, because mangabe ukuthi uzothi hayi ngizo-distribute it becomes hard. So asingayi le extreme leyo ukuthi just because akukho asiphoqelekile ukukho kweshumi bese emva kwalokho siye emabandleni sisonge izandla ukuthi hayi sibe greedy, umuntu uthi 100% of salary yakhe iphelela kuyena akhiphi lutho. It's equally wrong.
Yeah, uqedele lapho konke kusho kuyavumana, but into engayisho nje phezulu kwalokho ukuthi uma uyithethe ukunikela kwakho mhlawumbe khona mhlawumbe kwenza ukunikeza i-certification uyakusindisa. I don't think that's the right thing. Ngoba usunikela o-10% inyanga nenyanga usune-claim kwi-salvation. Ukunikela ngisho 100% unganikeli nge-right motive akusho lutho. So ungathi masunikela 10%, 100% lozo bekhethelwa abantu bese nje hayi ebandleni sengukapteni sengisho noma ushwanela 100% umfundisi umzalwane akusho mhlawumbe sekumele uhlale phambili but okunye ngakade ukuthi bafethu labashumela ukuthi kumele kunikele kweshumi. It is amazing ukuthi mababuza ngomthetho bathi asike phansi komthetho, but somehow khona nje umthetho lokhu ubuya ukunikela kweshumi. It's amazing because konke kumthetho uma uthi babusela Old Testament hayi cha bayifuna Old Testament, but ikweshumi cha bakubambile nje khona abakuyeki impela. So umalaki nawo malaki abamfundi kahle ayikho into ekhunywa ngemali lapha nakukhulunywa ngesitore ikuphi imali lapha food sonke isikhathi kukhulunywa ngefood but bona bakhuluma ngani ngemali. So I think it's very bad theology nje enkinga, but we encourage abazalwane benikele but unganikeli futhi nje mhlawumbe njengoba ngisho nje su isikhulu ngokusala.
Nombuzo uphathelene nabantu besifazane uthi owesifazane akavumelekile ukushumayela ngomgomo. Ungabe la uhlanganyelwa khona bese kwafama bakade ya into kanje the church bathiwa church. Ungabe la uhlanganyelwa khona church noma yonke indawo nanoma kumuphi umuntu ohlangana naye question mark. Uma eshumayela e-church nakubantu kungabe isono yini leso? Uyaqhubeka. Ikuphi angakwenza ukubonisa noma ukuzama ukusiza umzalwane ongakhona?
Ngicabanga ukuthi umbuzo lo hlala ubuya njalo. Angicabanga ukuthi mhlawumbe kufika ilanga lapho na uyongamuza. iBhayibheli alishongo ukuthi umuntu wesifazane avumelekile ukuvangela. Likhulume about church and spoke about ukufundisa no-exercise authority, umbuso phezu kwendlela. Into embili lezo athi uPaul ayivumelekile ukuthi azenze. Ukuthi akumvumeli ukuthi afundise futhi akumvumeli ukuthi exercise authority. That is in a church context ukhuluma ngokwebandla. But one-on-ones njengoba uMatthew 28 ukhuluma about i-Great Commission uthi hambani nenze abafundi bami izizwe zonke nibabhaphathize zonke lezi zinto ayibalayo lapha akakhulumi kuphela labantu besilisa ukhuluma nawo wonke umuntu omzalwane. So uku-evangelizer is a duty of every Christian. Into engaqala ibe inkinga ukuthi umuntu organize abantu abayiqeqebane besafuna ukuzobafundisa. Umuntu wesifazane mase biza iqeqebane esekwazi ukuhlela sekudinga ukuthi abize umuntu ozofundisa lapho. But ama gospel opportunities you don't let go of them. Mawuhlangana nomuntu eTexini preach the gospel. Because lokho uyicommand isinikezi ukuthi kufuneka ukuthi siyenze abantu babe abafundi bakho. Ubani umuntu ungakwazi ukusendiswa yilo lizwili izwi lenkosi usho njalo uPaul kwabaseRome chapter 10 ukuthi bawusindiswa kanjani bengazwanga bawulizwa kanjani ngeke umuntu olushumayelayo. So that is the only time where umuntu wesifazane engakwazi ukushare igospel. Nakhona futhi I don't think ukuthi ku right ukuthi uyibize ukuthi preaching, because ukupreacha ukuma phambili uvula izwi lenkosi uyamemezela ilona i-message losuke uyikhuluma. So evangelizer is a different thing, akufani nokufundisa no-exercise authority over umuntu wesilisa. Ngami ngizophendula leyo ngidedela abafundi.
Okwesibili nje just to add lapho ukuthi sikhuluma because nami at some point kwakhona i-confusion eyayikhona and abazali bayazi ukuthi kuye kwakhona iy'nkinga regarding umbuso lo. So one of omunye umzalwane engangikhuluma naye ngizama ukuthola i-clarity ngale question. Wathi umuntu obuzile lo mbuzo just check i-motive yakhe behind. Mangabe mhlawumbe for instance ebuzela ukuthi why can't see some open air shumayele khona, why can't we do that, you know, ngoba nathi si gifted. Umbuzo oqala ukuthi njengamanje currently khona yini into ayenza uma ngabe i-passion nezili kungayona i-preaching kuyi-evangelism, ukuthi currently at this point in time what are you doing? Ngabe labantu usebenza nabo, have you look at your closest circles kubo bonke ngisethi une passion engaka yokuvangela, ngabe kubo bonke labo ama close circles akho suwashumayelile ivangeli. Mangabe ukuthiwa uthola opportunity emsebenzini or eTexini privately, show me ukuthi lezili yakho engaka usu exhaustile manje usufuna more on a serious note, on a very serious note. Sometimes abanye abantu they know the mbuzo is not necessarily, I'm not saying all the time, but sometimes not always necessarily motivated by ilonduzana evangelism per se, but it is motivated by the fact that Apostle Paul said, I don't permit a woman to preach, so that this person has a desire, your preacher, and ufuni outflow of that, and now they construct these ideal situations ukuthi in that situation ngabe ngovumeleka yini. So I just, whoever asked this question ukuthi what's the motive behind, and I'm not assuming emotive yakho ukuthi just look at yourself ukuthi what's the zeal? Is it the preaching part or is it the evangelism part? Just ask yourself that. I'll leave it there.
Kunombuzo nje oqondile ukuthi yebo kuyisona ngoba kuphambene nezikaNkulunkulu. uNkulunkulu uthe umuntu wesifazane angashumayeli, so uma ushumayela kuphambene noNkulunkulu isona. So abekuziwa ngithi kuyisona, so straightforward. Uma uphambana nezikaNkulunkulu, uNkulunkulu mathishona le bona shona le kuphambene nezikaNkulunkulu kuyisona lokho. Phezu kwalokho indaba le fanele ukuthi uyo-evangelize ukuthi wazise abantu ngezikaNkulunkulu. Awukho abantu nje ade besho bafethu ungahlangana nabantu batshele ngoNkulunkulu, naNkulunkulu batshele ngomzalwane. But i-problem iqala ekutheni wena usuhlanganisa. There was this time laba batho khona abethi abantu singahlanganisa abantu besifane beshumayelane bodwa. But do you see ukuthi le nto izosaka abantu besifana bazokhanda amabandla abethe abafuna abantu besilisa ngoba because and we can just simply like lento le. I-disobedience iqala kancane kulokhu ihlobisa ngokuthi I know angifuni ukushumayela ngifuna ukuvangelize. Well actually in fact enhlizweni yakho ngifuna ukushumayela. Ulokhu uhlobisa ngamagama amahle. I know angifuni nje mina ukushumayela ngifuna ukuvangelize. While lento ebuzondla ngempela serious ukuthi labantu ohlala nabo uyabavangelize labantu ohlala nabo. Akwazi ukushotshele noyedwa uthi Jesu kodwa ufuna ukuthi wenze njani? Because ne desire ukushumayela. So i-disobedience isono kuNkulunkulu. Let's obey izwi kaNkulunkulu njengoba linjalo. And ngakuhle kakhulu ukuthi sivele sithobele izwi kaNkulunkulu njengoba linjalo.
Isono ngisho senhlizweni ayenzanga.
And umthetho is there to prohibit. Umthetho ubekelwe vele ukunqanda ama-actions athize. So are they able to preach? Yes, they are. But khona umthetho othi they must not preach. And yet, so uNkulunkulu bengaza ubeka umthetho wento esingakwazi ukuyenza. Bengaza ukuthi thou shalt not fly. Because asinawuvela amaphiko wokuhlisa ngithi. So ubekile umthetho ngoba ifuna uminimize ama-actions ethu noma ukulimita ama-actions ethu. So the question is not about them being gifted. The question is about uNkulunkulu utheni. Yabo ukhona yini umthetho oshodayo. Otherwise asiphuleni yonke imithetho. Yonke imithetho asiphuleni just because siyakwazi ukuyenza lo into le yabo. Just because ngiyakwazi ukubulala akusho ukuthi fanele ngibulale because umthetho uthe thou shalt not kill. Angithi. So umthetho ubekelwe khona ukuthi unqande ama-actions athize abantu abakapable ukuthi bawenze.
Yeah, to conclude now, I would say it's very clear indaba yomuntu wesifazane nokushumayela eBhayibhelini. Oqala for umuntu wesifazane ashumayela eBhayibhelini, the way it ought to be strange ngayo, without the clear verses, it can still be defended ukuthi umuntu wesifazane angashumayeli. Without 1 Corinthians 14 verse 34, without 1 Timothy chapter 2, you still can make a case using the regulative principle. Nowhere in scripture that was a nowhere. 66 books abhalwe abesilisa. uJesu wakhetha abafundi about 72 abesilisa, wakhetha 12 abesilisa. Ngombona umuntu wesifazane eshumayela, and you'll hear people coming with very silly arguments. Bona besifazane ababona uJesu ephuma ethuneni. Mabembonile ke lo kuthinta nokushumayela. There are a lot of very silly arguments and I think for any woman to preach in a church or to assert authority, ukudelela iplan kaNkulunkulu, ucabanga ukuthi uNkulunkulu isililo oluhlakaniphile, because uNkulunkulu uyibekile order. Paul uzayibeka athi that is why isifazane ngashumayela wesilisa ngoba uAdam wakhohliswa ePueva wakhohliswa. That is why wesifazane ngakwazi ukuba negunya ngoba uNkulunkulu wadala uAdam emva kwalokho kwezo Eva. So lento ye feminism, it's an attack to uNkulunkulu. Lento ye feminism abantu besifazane abafuna ukulingana nabantu besilisa in terms of authority emabandleni and all of that, I think it's attacking uNkulunkulu, it's attacking the wisdom, is to say, God, you are foolish and I'm wise, I know what's right.
I have a question to Bobby. After we have been taught about a good shepherd and brethren should submit, what do you do as a believer if your shepherd is not going according to the scripture?
Of course, the Bible lisinikezile indlela esidila ngayo nabazalwane. But what I can say, which is very, very critical, is the discipline yabazalwane nabazalwane ayifani discipline ye-elder. Because umzalwane uyamrestore, uma umbona enza iphuthu uyekuyena uJesu voleshile ku Matthew 18, ukonfront wedwa mengaphenduka ulanda ababili mengaphenduka utshela ibandla mengaphenduka umthetho kwangakholwayo. But elder, if accusations are found to be true, the first thing of finance is to step down as an elder, because it's legal possibility. He who desires to be an overseer must be above reproach, right? Now, sekunezinto soleya nazo eziyiqiniso. So our discipline as an elder, step down unomzalwane, then restore. Qualify with the elder, well, it is because kabe ngongasoleki. Ungasoleki akusho ukuthi ke wonke umuntu ocabanga into ngawe sekufana nathi awusoleki. But allegations which can be proven ukuthi ayiqiniso, or evidence ukuthi ayiqiniso, then I think that person will not qualify. We have to be very cautious in going to a pastor. I think it's good to approach the elder, and do shindaba yakho kulelo elder. So my faithful law elders azokwazi ukuthi so this person njoba accuser and kutholakala ukuthi the accuser mayiqiniso basa qualify ukuba elder, but to restore izoqhubeka process of restoration as umzalwane but not as an elder because he's no longer above reproach.
Umbuzo so Cedric njengoba uthe umculo kwi-expression ye-worship kuNkulunkulu, ngabe kuyisono yini ukulalela noma ukucula umculo ngesi-gospel hayi bandleni kodwa uyilalela
It goes back to what it doesn't glorify uNkulunkulu. If not, so lalela. Now I was still am guilty of lalela like whereby you find an instrument word but at the same time that doesn't glorify uNkulunkulu. Akusakhulume over hip hop and there's nothing about a show that my lyrics out they're so worldly and I'm to miss uNkulunkulu anyhow. So umzalwane lalela hip hop yesontweni hip hop ikhuluma about abantu mhlambe ababhema intsangu nayo yonke lento abayenzayo abantu abagreat abafuna imali ababulala abantu abaphatha izivamo and yabo ukuthi ayihambisani nawe as umzalwane. So to answer the question, it's fun because it's one and the same thing on different levels, but because I was only and the Bible is instructed must meditate in
Yeah, I agree with Cedric, and I would also caution because when we talk about igama Paul mayekhuluma ngalo that word does not only refer to sexual immorality but even listening to umculo sex. You are sinning, you are immoral, you are fornicating. Hip hop, R&B and all of those things, I think, no, I do not think you are committing fornication because it's like you are indulging. It's the same thing with buga videos, movies, pornography. Indulging in that music is sinful. Thank you.
Nama question now 3 la. Umbuzo oqala uthi sishona kuphi? Okay, ingabe mangabe sesishonile sishona kuphi? I-connected le mbuzo 3 ingabe ngithi u3 uma ngabe seshonile ushona kuphi? Ingabe liyini Hades and paradise? Number 3, mangabe sesifikile kuye ngabe izodlala yini?
Ngicabanga ukuthi uphendula umbuzo wokuqala. Umuntu mayishona ngabe ushonaphi? Ngicabanga ukuthi une-right phakathi. Izinkosi clear ufunda uMshumayeli lithi umzimba ubuyela emhlabathini wathabathwa khona umphefumulo ubuyela kuNkulunkulu. Ukuthi umphefumulo uzoyaphike after that kodepende ekutheni umuntu ukholiwe indodana kaNkulunkulu uJesu Kristu. Kodwa nje iqiniso ukuthi akukho kunesifundiso esifundiswa i-Seventh-day Adventist Church. Bafundisa ukuthi umuntu mayeke wafa uyalala. And leyo nto ingenise kakhulu even emabandleni lawa ayibizwa ngokuthi amabandla kamoya. Wathi umfuthu usedrike amabandla obuthonye. Bafundisa ukuthi umuntu mayesefile uyahamba ekulindeni. And iyathusa lento ngoba isifundiswa semaRomeni lesithi umuntu uyahamba ekulindeni. There is nowhere in scripture ongathola khona khona ukuthi umuntu usekulindeni ulinde ukuthi mase kukhala icilongo besavule lapha la esukulinde khona. Ayikho indawo enjalo, ayikho indawo yepurgatory ngoba ukulindi seyipurgatory la ufike khona uhlanze khona izono zakho masufile. There is no such place. But umuntu uya kuNkulunkulu kuyena owamnikeza umphefumulo. Ukuthi lo muntu uyophelela eparadise noma uyophelela eHadesini kodepende ekutheni uyakholwa inkosi uJesu Kristu. Leyini eHadesini paradise. Wena uma ufunda incwadi ema-Revelations example ufunda lapha ekugcineni chapter 21 22 uzothola khona kukhulunywa khona ngechibi lomlilo. That's a final judgment kaNkulunkulu. Kuthiwa iHadesi liyokhonza echibini lomlilo. Amanye amazwi iHadesi the form of hell, but it's not the complete, like the final form of isihogo. So umuntu oseHadesi usuke esihogweni but engafika esihogweni sangempela. Shothi uyasha ubuhlungu futhi kodwa lo buhlungu abushayo abukafiki ebuhlungwini azobusha mase i-perfect leyo pain there. And I always say this ukuthi uNkulunkulu mawuthi u-perfect entweni azenzayo. Imagine mawuthi the very person who creates ama-pain receptors akho uyena owathintayo lo ma-pain receptors. That's going to be perfect pain. Will be final judgment. Uzobuza ubuhlungu 100% la i-threshold yakho la ifika khona ikutheni ubuhlungu. And that is ichibi lomlilo okukhulunywa. Paradise on the same hand. Uzofunda indaba yesicebi noLazarus. Isicebi siyafa sihamba siya eHadesi. uLazarus uyafika hamba esifubeni sa-Abraham. Nakhona futhi iparadise ila khona abafile befike kuKristu beya khona to enjoy Christ. To Paul mayibhalela base Philippians. La ikhuluma khona ukuthi to live is Christ but to die is great gain. Besathini athi to be present, to be absent in the body is to be present in Christ. So umuntu ofile enkosini yakhe uyaChrist. Kodwa bonke abafike bengayazi inkosi baya ekwahlulelweni already. So umuntu mayefa at that moment in time usuke sevele sephaphamisa endaweni la besebenzela khona. Akayanga kulindeni akakhuphuki futhi athatha 5 hours azofika la yakhona. Immediately present with absent in the body, present in Christ.
Amen. Ueda nje kancane usebenza ukuphendula umbuzo oqhubeka abafethu. But into engisho nje mhlawumbe ukuthinta lo muntu obuze lo mbuzo. Yazi lo mbuzo uzwakala kahle ngamandla mawenzana. Mawungathi sizoyapi. Mawuthi ngizoyapi. Noma sazothi soyapi usayibuka ukuthi hayi no lenizo affect thina sibaningi. Lenizo affect wena wedwa. And ipain mawuyezwe wedwa yazi sini group zezana abangani. And even when we are calling enkosi uzoya because ukholwe kubani enkosini uJesu. So it is you who calling enkosini. Hayi ukuthi ngizokhola nonke ngase group. I-decision ithatha group thatha i-decision wedwa. Any decision reject uthatha wedwa and ama consequences zowaface wedwa. So imbuzo ongayibuza ngeke ukuthi sizoya. Awunje mhlawumbe wonke umuntu mayela ngaphuma ibuzo ngizoya. Ngedwa. Then lapho uzosizakala lapho ukuthi ngempela ufuna kumele uye khona. Ngoma soya okumnandi safunda isikole sathi mashast hayi azikuhle kanjani masibaningi but masiwedwa sengona ibheka abantu induku awuzwa kahle so masacabangela ukuthi ngibaningi sesejovu but masiwedwa uzobona kahle akudlala
The reason why I say that, it's a oisho yangakuqonda ukuthi eqondeni, but it's a perfect illustration yento ezokwenzeka. IBhayibheli encwadini yesambulo incwadi zavula. Ilona lo wehlulelwa imisebenzi ayenzile esenyameni. So imisebenzi yonke siyenzile, we are going to be judged on them. It would be like uyayibona imisebenzi yakho yonke njengoba injalo. I used to say ngangathi empangeni lapha ngishumayela ngathi it's like a DVD. Mangathiwa idlala into ezodlala kukhishwa inhliziyo yakho ifakwe as a CD bese ubuka ukuthi kwenzakalani ku judgment. Ubuka ububi bezono zakho usubuka ngamehlo kaNkulunkulu. Ubuke yonke into kade uyenza nje kusithekeni. Lawo yokuzona understanding ukuthi isono umprovoke kangakanani uNkulunkulu ngaso. Amen. Yes, so yeah.
Ngabe kuyiqiniso yini ukuthi isidlo senkosi awusidli uma ungekho baptized?
No. That's because there is no link between isidlo senkosi and baptism to say uqala ngani ugcine ngani. But what we know ukuthi yini efike iqala kunenye, it's for believers. Opaphatiswayo umzalwane, odla isidlo umzalwane. Zibalekile lezi zinto zingama ordinances abekiwe ukuthi siwa obey, but it doesn't mean ukuthi if you are not baptized awuyena umzalwane. Unless we fall to isifundiso salabantu bakwamzimba, baptismal regeneration, those people who believe ukuthi uzalwa kabusha mhla ubhaphathisiwe. No, baptism as tomorrow siyobaptize abazalwane. Into abazobe beyoyenza lapha, baptism is a public proclamation of Christ. Is where you are telling everyone okubhekile ukuthi ngiyavuma ukuthi uJesu Kristu wafa kanye nami, wavuka kanye nami, ngithethelele izono, ngiphila impilo. It's a public proclamation of Christ. Whereas isidlo esingcwele iLord's Supper, it's when we just remember ukufa kwenkosi, as ishilo umfowethu Cedric, sikhumbula ukufa kwenkosi, siphinde futhi simemezela ukufa kwayo ize ibuye, okusho ukuthi sibuka into embi, ukufa kwayo ukubuya kwayo. So there is no direct link with the coordinates ukuthi which should come first.
So Matthew chapter 17 verse 20. What is the correct interpretation of this? And yini ifaith encane? And what does faith do exactly?
Maybe I can take lo abasaphenga abafowethu lo call. What is faith? Faith uqiniseka ngezinto engabonwayo, wethemba izinto ongayibonanga. That is faith. And uma ubuza ukuthi iwini umsebenzi we-faith, you should know ukuthi oqala akuwena osebenzisa ifaith. There is this doctrine yalabantu abafundisa ukuthi by faith you create things, by faith you unlock izinto, by faith utshela uNkulunkulu ukuthi. That's not what faith was made for. Ifaith singayihlukanisa kabili. Kukhona ifaith ebizwa ngokuthi it's a general faith, kube khona ifaith ebizwa nge-saving faith. When we talk of general faith, is a faith wonke umuntu anayo. For an example, our brothers abawodokotela la, now that now say qualified, ngangena surgery bangihlinze because I have faith ukuthi banjani ba qualified, right? Nginayo lo faith, ngigibela itaxi, idriver umuntu engamazi ongena ndaba nami engazi ukuthi siyini stress sakhe, because I have faith, right? That's general faith. It's faith that everyone has. And there is another faith, and to prove that faith in scripture, you look at John 2 or Mark 2, I'm not sure. Lakho nathi iBhayibheli uJesu wayekade yenza imangaliso eziningi, and it says abaningi bakholwa kuye kepha yena akabathembanga because wezazi inhliziyo zabo. Now uyabona ukuthi bayakholwa kuye, but ubona ukuthi they just believe in me as a miracle worker, but banale faith that is necessary for salvation. On the other side, we have a faith which is called saving faith, a faith that justifies. Saving faith, we used to say, in our aspects of three, saving faith, we need to have a content. For an example, to be saved, you need to hear the word. Right? You have to hear a message about Christ, which means you must have a content. You can't just say you don't know. You must have a correct content about Jesus Christ. You must believe that your content on is true. Ukuthi uJesu Kristu wafika, uJesu Kristu wafika emhlabeni wafa ngenxa yezono zethu wavusa ngosuku lwesithathu. You must believe ukuthi lonto it's true. Okwesithathu, you must be willing to surrender your life to the true content that you believe. And that is saving faith. You would be saved because you know to Jesus kufelile, you believe it and you give your life to that. That's saving faith.
Interpretation in Matthew chapter 17 verse 20. Umbuzo uthi kuyini ukukholwa okuncane little faith.
Verse 20 uthi wayesethi kubo ungenxa yokukholwa kwenu okuncane ukuba ngiqinisele ngithi kini uma nokukholwa njengembewu yesinaphi iyakuthi ilentaba suka lapha uye laphaya iyakusuka akukho okuyamuhlula.
So that's the first.
Yes.
Umbuzo ubuza ifaith ekhulunywa ngathi incane nombuzo mhlawumbe lesinaphi.
Yini little faith? Should you interpret our verse bese uchaza uthini little faith? Leyojesu.
I'm not too sure I'd be unfaithful because I haven't read it and not seen the context. But I would assume ukuthi uJesu Kristu isikhathi esiningi mekhuluma about little faith is when people don't have complete trust on what he's capable to do. For an example, uJesu uke wathi bahlangana nesosha leshonele indodakazi noma yagula, and that man uJesu methi uyakala lithi awudingi ukuya, just speak. Ngathi uJesu kwa-Israel haven't seen such faith. So it shows a lack of trust to what Jesus is doing. More especially this faith, most people, your faith have saved you, your faith, your little faith, your what faith, they would think that is the faith umuntu asindiswa ngayo. Hence they say, umuntu faith iqhamba kuyena. But Jesus was just only talking about a general faith, a faith that they have in him as the Messiah. For an example, uma kuthiwa beyaletha ogulayo kuJesu ngokukholwa, right? Yikuphi ukukholwa bana? Faith that he will heal that person, not faith that is saving. So that uJesu isikhathi esiningi kuma-Gospels mekhuluma ngefaith encane, ifaith enkulu, he was referring to that, doubtful, ukuthi they were doubtful about the ability yakhe to perform miracles.
I think also if you look at this verse, ungakhumbula mhlambe uPetro ngenkathi uJesu ezakubo sibeyambile ngomkhulu. uJesu is approaching from a distance emanzini, and uPetro yabuthi wena inkosi uthi uJesu against. So uPetro mayiphuma ehamba emanzini uyaqala uyadoubt and useyasinka, and uJesu ekhoza amazwi ukuthi you of little faith, and siyabona lamazwi kwezinye indawo as well location nje. But into engicabanga ukuthi ibaluleke kakhulu leli verse ukuthi kubuya ngathi kune oxymoron ukuthi it's because unokukholwa okuncane. Besathi uma nokukholwa okungangenhlamvu yesinaphi, that's like really tiny, into encane ngempela inhlamvu yesinaphi. Ngamanye amazwi uthini uJesu uthi into eyenza ukuthi ngingakwazi ukwenza i-miracle because lana bekhuluma ngomuntu owayekade nesithuthwane and wayekade lokhu ephoseke emlilweni, and bamletha kuthiwa abazali bakhe bafuna ukuthi akhishwe idemoni, and abafundi bayahluleka until uJesu azathi akalethwe kuye. Uthini uJesu uthi ona sizukulwane esingakholwayo besathi-ke ingenxa yokuthi nokukholwa okuncane. Amanye amazwi uJesu uthini uthi ukukholwa okuncane akusiko ukukholwa, it's all. There is no such thing as little faith. It's either you have faith or you don't. Yonke Jesu ayishole Because if you have faith as small and as little as inhlamvu yesinama, you can be able to do yonke into ofuna uyenza ngokusho kwandivisa. But into eyinkinga kakhulu lana ngokuthi babengenako ukukholwa. They went there bazama ukukhipha idemoni but ukukholwa kungekho at all ukuthi lento izokwenzeka. So akakhulumi lana ngokuthi ukukholwa uncane kukhona kodwa kuncane. uJesu I think ipoint azama uku-emphasize la ukuthi faith is all or nothing. It's either you have it or you don't. It's not ukuthi ukholwa kancane ukholwa kakhulu. You have it or you don't have it. Because more now, as small as it is, iyakwazi ukusukulisa indaba ziphonsele noma ke literally no.
Amen. Sesifike emaphethelweni ama-questions. Ama-questions ayazophendulwa ku-WhatsApp or kusasa-ekuseni isikhathi sisekhona. Na-WhatsApp uma ngabe ngaphendulanga. Amen. Bengicela nje sivaleni amehlo sizokhuleka. Baba wethu ongcwele, uNkulunkulu wethu olungileyo, siyabonga Moya Ongcwele usiza ngamandla onke ukuthi Nkosi uJesu ukwazi ukuphendula imibuzo uNkulunkulu wethu namandla. Wena limini amandla onke owazi imibuzo yabantwana bakho futhi wena obachasiselayo. Siyathandaza limini amandla onke labo Nkosi uJesu abangaphendulekanga uNkulunkulu wethu ongcwele usize limini amandla onke. Baba wethu namandla udumo lonke siletha kuwe. Siyacela Nkosi sazoqhubeka ukuthi uqhubeke nathi konke lokho sicela egameni likaJesu. Amen. Lasishayile izandla.